At the start of the Qing dynasty in China, there began wide-scale repression, particularly during the reign of Kun Su. Many common people were arrested and thrown in jail. But the harsher the oppression, the more the people resisted. And despite all the efforts of the government, they were unable to defeat the revolutionaries. Most of them ordinary people fighting for the ideals they believed in. Young men like Hung Wenting and Hu Ya-pao, who fought for their own liberty so that all the people might one day be free.
You are watching NeilTV.
So Neil, you started a brand new corporation. What's the vision behind NeilTV?
NeilTV's goal is to bring unique content to the web and to put it in one place. We want to, of course, we look to the past, but we're, looking also to the future to broadcast through the web. So from poetry to auto shows to classic cars to kung fu movies, this is the idea with NeilTV.
I mean, there are a lot of entertainment industries out there. We have big corporations all over the world. What makes NeilTV different?
That's a very good question. You think about, I guess for me, I thought I was watching TV one day and 6 channels of the same thing in different languages playing over and over and over and over again. And I really just got tired of that. And I said, man, wouldn't it be great if I could see things that I really like to watch, that I'd like to watch things that change my perspective on life, that kind of make me think about, wow, I never knew that was going on in Africa, or I never knew that was going on in Brazil. And so I wanted to make people think. And I feel like TV has taken that away from us in some respects. We don't think anymore. We're just programmed. And so NeilTV is not just a program, but it's an educational, like a vortex of knowledge that people can get.
Sounds very family oriented. Is that true?
Some aspects are family oriented, but I mean, I can't apologize because sometimes there will be some explicit things on there. But the artists are there because they're artists. And I think that a lot of them are the voice of America and how they truly feel. If they're angry, they're going to let you know. If they're happy, they're going to let you know too. And if they're mad, they're really going to let you know. So those things are unedited. And I think because I don't want to take away from what they've done to prepare to share with the world.
So me and my girls, Saturday night, 10 o'clock, we want to relax.
Yeah.
Is NeilTV the place?
NeilTV is definitely the place. I mean, I think that, in the future you'll see pay-per-view events. I think that you'll see, exclusive movies that solely come through NeilTV, where you can have dinner parties around and say, hey, this filmmaker is launching something new and we really liked his last thing. So let's hook it up to the widescreen TV and let's watch it together. And then let's talk about it. What was he doing? What was he saying? What was the meaning behind it? So I think you'll definitely be able to have that experience.
That sounds great. Popping some popcorn in the microwave, and that's great. But, this world is constantly changing, Leo.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything at all that we can say is going to be static. Everything's going to be changing.
Right.
It's the year 2020. What does NeilTV have to offer?
Man, just thinking out that far it's right around the corner, to be honest. But at the same time, you say 2020, everything is completely mobile. People are watching more things on the web. Of course, we're going digital next year on television by 2009. And so in my mind, I'm saying video is mobile. Programming is mobile, downloading to your phone, on your computer, and everywhere you go, you're constantly being bombarded by media. So my hope is that you can watch whatever you want, wherever you are in the world, and you're always going to get quality content from NeilTV. wherever you have a connection to the World Wide Web, you will be able to see NeilTV in your own language, in someone else's language, unfiltered, unadulterated, never masked, never filtered. And I think that's what makes NeilTV unique. We will not filter our artists.
Considering the big political events that are going on right now in America, the elections, I mean, will NeilTV play in any kind of propaganda or anything geared towards, promoting any one of the candidates that we'll be seeing in a couple of months?
Well, I think that for me, like, I'm always going to say, like, hey, this candidate's full of smoke, or, I really like what they have to say. I mean, because I think that one thing about NeilTV is that it's, I'm not going to sugarcoat, oh, I like such and such candidate because they advertise on our site. Well, we appreciate your funds. Thanks a lot. But if you said something that just wasn't right, we're going to have to report it. We're not going to, because you put an advertisement on our site, you can keep the money. You can keep the money. We always want to tell the truth, wherever it is in the world. And if that means sacrificing an advertisement, well, that's fine. Because I don't want people to think that this is not a trusted source for news and programming.
Neil, I know that you have a couple of Christian programs. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Sure.
On the worship channel, we want to drop some of the pastors who are teachers. I mean, some of these sermons people have never heard before. So insightful, so enlightening. These guys dedicate their lives to study, and they really give you a clear, crisper understanding of the word. And so you'll see sermons, you'll see music, you'll see plays, you'll see Christian animation in a way that you've never seen it before. And what we hope to do is to tell the story of the Bible in its original context. If the guy was black, he's black. If the guy's Mediterranean, he's Mediterranean. If he's Spanish or Greek or white, that's what he'll look like in the cartoon. We want to be as true to the Hebrew and the Greek as possible and the times at which it was set.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really thank you for doing this report. Really appreciate it, Cassandre. I know you're really busy. But this is NeilTV, and this is about us. And so, my goal is to really entertain people the way that television used to, but constantly push the envelope the way that television isn't right now. So, in advance, I thank those who are watching and will watch in the future. I want to thank them for allowing me to entertain them and to take up their time on NeilTVnet, shrinking the world.
Thank you, Neil.
You're welcome.
You are watching Neil TV.